All right, boys and girls, this week we're starting morning jobs. And when you see that as one of your jobs to do every day, I'm going to explain that now. So before we get started, you need to go get a few materials to do morning jobs. I need you to go grab your morning job working mat. It has your name and your letters, and then on the back it has numbers. So make sure you grab that. You'll need your whiteboard marker and your sock as your eraser. You'll need your reading friend and One Year Wonders books. So you can get Unit 1 or you can get Smart Start. So you can pick either one that you'd like. So go grab those materials and then come on back and I'm going to explain what morning jobs looks like. All right, boys and girls, the very first thing you can do in morning jobs is practice your name. So I have my name at the top that's in red and it's dotted. So Miss Light and I wrote all your names out and we dotted them. So when you practice your name for morning jobs, you want to make sure that you always have an uppercase for your first letter, lowercase for the rest. So I'm going to start from the top. So I'm going to practice my name the first time. I'm going to trace my name, Mrs. Oscamou, and I'm going to make sure that I start from the top when I write my letters or my plain line if it's lowercase. Oscamou. So there it is, I traced it. After you trace it one time, try to write your name at least one time by yourself. If you're already really good at writing your first name, try your last name. So here I'm gonna practice writing my name with my capitals, Mrs. Oscamou. That's my uppercase for the first letter of my name, and then the rest of the letters are gonna be lowercase. And I'm really gonna try and practice making sure that my letters, especially if they're lowercase, fly where they need to fly in this little area right here. Once you've practiced your name a little bit, boys and girls, you could think about the letter of the week. So letter this week is A. So if I've already watched my handwriting video for the letter A, I can now use these blank lines and try and write the letter A. So I'm going to try and practice the letter A. So I start from the sky, down to the grass line, pick up my pencil, skyline, down to the grass line, pick up my pencil, and then fly across the plane line. And then lowercase a, I'm gonna start at the plane line, make an O around and tail, straight line back down to the grass. So you could practice uppercase A and lowercase a. Once you're done with that, another part of our morning job would be to practice some of our letters and their sounds. So down here we can look at our alphabet. All our letters has the uppercase and lowercase, and we can go through and do some letter sounds. So I'm gonna do letter M. We did that last week. The letter is M. The sound it makes is Or this week's letter, the letter is A. The sound it makes is alligator, alligator. And let me practice one more. You'll practice more than me, but I'm just gonna pick one more for our video. So let's do G. The letter is G. The sound it makes is gorilla. So once you're done with your sounds, we've done our name, we've practiced our letter of the week, we practiced some sounds. Now I can turn it over and I can practice my numbers. At the top, I have my numbers dotted so I can practice tracing them. 1, 2, and make sure, just like our letters, we start from the top. So make sure you're going from the top down. So you can practice tracing them. And then down here, this would be your turn to practice. So I could do 1, 2. And remember, this week, we're learning how to write some of our numbers. So you can say the same to yourself that we were saying in class, straight line down, and then we're done. That's how we make the number 1. Or around and back on the railroad track. Toot toot. Or I think for 3 today, around and around, just like a bee. That's how we make the number 3. And remember, with your 3, don't have any campers in here. It shouldn't be too big of a space. So we've done so much on our morning job board. We practiced our name, we did our letter, we did some sounds, we practiced our numbers, and the very last part of morning job is doing some reading. So I'm gonna pick my Wonders book. I'm gonna put my reading friend on because she's gonna help me point to each word, and I can go through and I can pick a story that I'd like to read. And when I'm reading, I wanna make sure that I'm pointing to each word. So if I find a page, I wanna read I can. So I would take it and I would see, I can see the, what's the picture of that? Oh, mitt, mitt. I can see the mitt. Word, space, word, space, word, space, word, space, word, and mark. So I know that's a sentence. So I would go through and finish that story. When I'm done, really important, boys and girls, with that last part, I have to make sure I erase my morning job board really good before I put it back in my toolbox, because whiteboards don't like to be erased the next day. It sticks on there and it won't come off. So once I've erased my board and I make sure that it's all erased, I can put my marker away, my sock away, my morning job back in a safe spot, my toolkit, wherever you keep it, as well as your reading friend and your book.